Hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me. Hello, hello. Oh, good. I got audio. Now, welcome, welcome. See if I get anyone to join in. This is my first monthly Create Cards Live for the month of March. My name is Tanya. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is my monthly card class and my first class here on YouTube. Just waiting to see if I get any of my people to join on. So through the end of March, this is my host code. This will be my last host code as Stampin' Up! Is changing over to a different reward system. And everyone that places an order will get a percentage of their order back in credit to use on their next order. So if you shop my site for the month of March, spend $50 or more, I will be sending you a special gift. Created by me. So I'm just going to wait here a few minutes and see if I get anyone to join in. These are the cards that we will be creating today. They're masculine cards. All of the cards are made with the trusty tools, and then I used everyday greetings, and then a retired stamp set, and a pattern of friendship sentiment set. I did use this is a retired stamp, but these are the stamps that I'm using for today's project. Trusty tools, everyday greetings, and pattern of friendship. I believe these are all online exclusives. Okay, so I typically, when I would do these on Facebook Live, I would stop in between cards. This here on YouTube, I'm going to try to go straight through and do all of the projects in just one video. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start by creating this card here together. I'm going to go ahead and put this just a smidge. So in this, in your kit, you will receive, or you received. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot this out of the way, set this up here. You received 2 pieces of designer series paper, received a die cut image of the hammer and the hammerhead. You received a little strip. This is a 1/2 inch by 4. 1/2 inch by 4. You see that. You received a little bit of twine here. You should have 2 circles. Gonna probably have to pop out these little guys only because I was running out of steam whenever I got to this card. So we'll go ahead and pop those little boogers out. You have an inside circle. I have this stamped with tone on tone using and then the happy birthday sentiment. You have a die cut wrench, and then you have 3 little pieces here. You have a screw, a nut, and then what would be like the head of the screw right here. So these are your little bling elements. You have, this is basic beige. You have a card base. This is a side opening A2 size card. And you have the basic beige also embossed. This is not a Stampin' Up! Embossing folder. This was actually from Close to My Heart. And then you have your envelope. So let's go ahead and set our little pieces aside. And get started assembling. I made a mess. So first we're going to start by choosing what side of the designer series paper you want to use. On my sample piece, I used this side, but both sides are coordinating with everything that I've sent. So even your inside strip you can flip it, which is how I put it on the inside here. So because I have this one in the blues primarily, I'm going to go ahead and switch it up a little bit and use this side. So you're going to go ahead and start by laying your first piece down on your embossed, and it's about a 1/4 inch from the top and about a 1/4 inch, or maybe about a 1/2 inch from the top, a 1/2 inch from the side. No, yeah, it's about a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch from the side and a 1/2 inch from your top. And then you're going to layer this piece on top of here, and you're basically going to do the same thing, 1/2 inch from the side and the top, and I'm going to glue this side up. So you have it staggered. Okay. So then it should look something like that. Now you have this piece of string. Now you could do one of 2 things. You could wrap it and cut it or you could fold it exactly in half. I like to tape it on the back. Let's see. So I want to go from the bottom to the top. So I'm going just to tape my loop. This is just a cheating way of doing it. Gonna just tape it and then wrap it around. And then you're gonna just go at a diagonal. So you can either cut the two pieces or just wrap it around at the same time. I need two pieces of tape here. Grab another piece. And then just tape it to the back. So then you should have something like that. We're going to go ahead and glue our circle down to the center, or here, like so. It just layers on the inside. And I need to finish poking out my little bits. Hopefully everyone finds me here. I will post a link to this video on my Facebook page, my group page. Hi, Angela. Okay, so one thing that I did not do on my sample card is pop it up, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pop up this layer just to have something different. I'm going to go ahead and use these scrap pieces of dimensionals. These are the edges of your dimensional page. Use every last bit. And I can toss that. Hope everyone is having a lovely Saturday so far. Here in California, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. So we're just going to go ahead and center this like so. Yeah, I like that much better. Okay. I think we can go ahead and glue this piece down to our card base, and then we could start embellishing. So I was having issues with my glue, thinking, what the heck is happening? It wasn't coming out, and it looked full. Well, come to find out, it was empty. So I got a nice refilled bottle of glue. Okay, and then this is just going to center. You're going to get like, what is it? A 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch all the way around. You normally would, because it is embossed. You need to get, you know, all your edges down. Now we can go ahead and let's glue our hammerhead to the base of our hammer. Like so. So because I popped up this circle here, I'm not going to put dimensionals all on my hammer. I'm just going to put a dimensional at the end here and at the end of the hammer part. And I think I'm going to need some minis for that. I'm frozen. Okay. So it looks just at the ends there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. Hopefully I'm still recording. On my iPad, I'm not able to see, it's buffering. So I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna go as slow as I can here. Gonna glue this down like so. Let's put a dab of glue. Okay. Just love technology. Not really. I really don't. Struggling with this. Okay, here we go. Now I see myself. Now I know I'm still going. Sorry, everyone. So I saw your text message, Elda. To comment in the live chat, you need to have a YouTube account. And to have a YouTube account, you need a Google email. You can sign up for a Google email at no charge. But that's the only way that you could comment on the live chats through YouTube. So now we're going to go ahead and glue the wrench. And we're going to glue the wrench on this blue piece here and kind of tuck it underneath the edge of our circle, just like so. And then we have our 3 little embellished pieces, and you can stick those anywhere you choose. So I'm just going to put dabs of glue. Oh, thank you, Angela. I had no idea, and this is really my first go at it for my class. I did a trial run. One night. So we're going to go ahead and glue these. This down, so I think, let's see. I think I'm going to glue that right here. And because I used this side of this paper, I'm going to go ahead and glue this up on the inside of my card. Place it on the inside here, just to go across the bottom, just so it's not so blank. And use up that little scrap that I had left. And there you have it. There's card number 1. Yeah, I like it much better popped up. Okay, this completes card number 1. I'm hoping that we're all caught up. I have viewers, but no one. I just have one person in my chat. We'll go ahead and set that aside. And let's go ahead and move on to this card. So this has a lot of pieces to it. You have this strip here. It's going to be for your envelope flap. You have a red piece with the holes, a little black handle. You have a little black, it's 1 by 2 3/4 ish. You have your sentiment. That's going to go with your toolbox. You have all these little pieces of tools. Now you'll have pieces that are not full tools, and as you can see, like this drill is not a full drill, so I just angled it and cut it in there. So you don't need all your pieces full. So I used the scrap pieces that were left over to use to fill the toolbox. You do have a full tape measure, and then these little pieces that we're going to fussy cut together. You have a piece of gray that's embossed. You have a piece of designer series paper. You have a white piece that goes on the inside of your card. You have your red card base and an envelope. So let's go ahead and just start by fussy cutting. And this tape measure will be the only item that I have popped up. I don't know about you ladies, but I really struggle at masculine cards. So this using this designer series paper was easy yet challenging at the same time for me. I'm so used to just feminine cards. I mean, I don't, truthfully, I only give out cards to males when it's their birthdays. So that's why I basically made all of these birthday cards. I am going to try my hand again at masculine cards. This is March, April. Probably in May. Not necessarily Father's Day cards, but I will include a Father's Day sentiment should you choose to use, not want them to be birthday cards. You can make it a Father's Day card. So the sentiment strip will accommodate either happy birthday or happy Father's Day. I don't even know why I'm cutting all of this out because I'm not going to need it. I personally enjoy fussy cutting. So I'm actually not sure which end I'm going to use, so go ahead and just cut it all out. I do have to say that doing cards with Stampin' Up! Versus Close to My Heart is, in the beginning, was quite challenging because in my world the product was so different. But now I've been with Stampin' Up! A year. Well, I think it'll be officially a year in May. May 5th, I believe. It's either May 5th or April 5th, but I think it's May 5th. But I joined Stampin' Up! I think it was last April, so May. Right when they offered the special to the Close to My Heart makers to join. We got a couple months of Stampin' Up! Privilege while still being a Close to My Heart maker, just so we could learn the product and make samples and all that good stuff. But it was a bit challenging in the beginning for me. I was just so used to Close to My Heart. I sold Close to My Heart for a little over 15 years combined time. But this designer series paper with these images does make it really handy and quick when it comes to creating. You have instant die cuts. I already cut this saw out because I was actually going to try to use it in here, but the drill took up so much space. So I think you either have a drill or a saw in your packet. Okay, that's all of the fussy cutting. Go ahead and set this aside. And we're going to go ahead and glue in this white card stock just to get it out of our way to the inside of our card. This is going to be a top folding card. Stampin' Up! Will be raising the price of their cardstock May when their new catalog launches. So it'll go up $2.50, I believe. So if you have favorite colors, I would get it before they sell out. So with our toolbox, we're only going to glue the sides and the bottom, so then we could stuff our toolbox. Oh, I guess we should glue these papers down first. Getting ahead of myself. That happens. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and glue our designer series paper that looks like a ruler down. And you should have your standard, is it 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Then we're gonna go ahead and glue our embossed piece to the center of that. Put a little bit extra adhesive than you normally would, just because it's embossed. So this, you should have about maybe a 1/2 inch on the sides and maybe 3/4 top and bottom of the ruler paper. I just wanted to give it a little bit of contrast. Now we could put on our toolbox. And we're going to go in at an angle. And I just put my toolbox slightly to the left at an angle, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and glue our handle down. And then we're going to go ahead and play with our tools here and kind of get them in. This will go, so the larger one, if you want to place your biggest one in first, I would just glue at the bottom so you could tuck it behind it. But I'm going to go ahead and just lay it in there so I can glue pieces behind it and then glue it down. So I'm going to go ahead with my pliers here. Let them stick up a little bit. Cut a piece of this off. I'm gonna put it in like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and glue my saw down. screwdriver. Okay. Gonna go ahead and glue our black piece down on the front of our toolbox. That should fit nicely right in the middle. And we'll go ahead and glue our sentiment down. Our sentiment strip, I should say. That goes right in the center. And then we're going to pop up our tape measure. Oh, I have a little pencil. Missed that. Trim it a little bit. There, that's better. Now I'll go ahead and put some dimensionals on our tape measure. And then this just gets popped up on the corner there. So that's for the card, and then let's go ahead and do our envelope flap. Take your glue to the edge. Not right to the crease, but pretty close. Make sure that, well, this doesn't matter which way you put it on this pattern. So when you're gluing it on your envelope, you want to make sure that it's right side up when you're looking at the envelope from the back side. But this is non-directional paper, so give it a good burnish. And then we're going to just trim our edges. There you have it. There's card number 2. So let me go ahead and set that out of the way. I'll bring the cards in at the end. So card number 3 is a fun fold. It's a gate pop-up card. Gate folding pop-up card. Did this card at a team meeting, but it was inspired by Simply Simple Stamping. You can go on her blog and get her directions. Connie Stewart is her name. I've seen this card many times, but she had her images. I mean, the instructions on there. So it's a pop-up. So, and it folds like this. So this one, we'll go ahead and start building. This one has a bunch of bits and pieces also. You have a 6x2 for your envelope flap. You have 3 different tools to fussy cut. This is the pretty peacock color. You have the front piece. This goes on our front, like so. And again, I used a retired stamp set. You have 2 pieces of designer series paper that go on the front of your card. You have 2 pieces of the cardstock. This is 3 by 2.5. 2 of those, that goes on the inside. You have 2 strips of 1.5 by 5.25 that are scored. That goes on the inside. You have 2 more pieces of designer series paper. This goes on the inside flap. You have a piece of pretty peacock that is embossed. That goes on the inside of our card. You have 2 pieces of 2 3/4 by 2 1/4 that go on the inside. You have your envelope, and you have 3 little a screw head, a screw, and a nut as our bling. So let's see. Let's go ahead and start the assembly portion of this card. We are going to glue our insides down. So let's glue this piece down first. You can use adhesive or your tear and tape, or your, well, I don't know what they call it, not the snail, but the what is it called? Stamp and seal. I got a clog. I didn't put my pin in. Okay, so because this is embossed, I'm going to put a little bit more glue than normal. Okay. And this is going to just adhere to the back end of our card. We're going to just center it in there, like so. You're going to glue in the inside pieces. Now I have this side on this going, but if you like the way the tools look, use that side for your oh shoot. Oh, Tanya. Okay. Put the glue on the wrong side. Okay, here we go. So this just gets centered on the inside flap. And I kind of line the bottom and the top up with my embossed piece so it just looks a little uniform. Like so. Let's go ahead and glue our front pieces down on our front flaps. It's direction doesn't really matter. Which way you put it. It's non-directional paper. Well, I mean, it's cut in the correct orientation, but as far as being upside down, there's not a right or a wrong with this paper. And you're going to just center it the best you can. And this one I'm going to line up to match the top and bottom of the left side here. Centering it. This is what we have so far. Okay. And let's just let's see. So then we're going to go ahead and glue on our inside flaps. So you're going to fold in on all your score lines on both pieces, like so. So it looks like this. So we're going to start with the top, and the pieces with the two score the score pieces is going to be on your right side. The one is going to be, the single flap is going to be on your left. This is the side we're going to put our adhesive. Just like so. So this is what it looks like. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it about 1/4 of an inch from the top, just on the left side of this score, this fold. We don't want to intrude on the fold on the score line. And we're just going to glue it down just like so. Okay. Now it's going to look like this. And you have your two flaps, your two scored pieces on this side. Now on the very far right, you're going to put your adhesive. Like so. Now you're going to fold that under and set it down. Just like so. So make sure your glue sets. So then you have your mechanism that goes like this. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, but opposite ends. So now we're going to flip it. Now our single tab is going to be on our right, and our two folded pieces are going to be on the left. Same as we did here, about a 1/4 inch from the bottom, just on the inside of this score mark fold, we're going to place this piece here. So we're going to add our adhesive. Okay. Going to turn it around about a 1/4 inch from the bottom, just on the inside of the score. We're going to set this piece. Okay. Now we're going to fold it over. We have our two scored boxes on this side. We're going to put adhesive on the far left. Okay. We're going to fold it under and place it down. So now we have our two pop-ups. Now it's gonna kind of buckle when you close it, just because you can't get the dimensions exact because it's in between. So you're just gonna kind of force your piece down. It's gonna get covered, so it's not gonna show anything. And I just squeeze my bone folder in there and just press it. So it's gonna look like this. Because this score piece, you just can't get that exact measurement. I tried Mickey Mousing it and it just wouldn't work. So that's what we have so far. Hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay. And then I'm going to set that aside. Then we're going to go ahead and glue the pieces on the inside. Now the very bottom one is where I'm going to write and sign. So I would recommend using a temporary adhesive or not even gluing this piece down quite yet until you sign it. Unless you plan on adding a piece of cardstock to the back and writing your note. But I'm going to go ahead and sign right here. So I'm only going to add some temporary adhesive here, which Creative Memories has a temporary adhesive, and that's my old glue glider. I found that temporary adhesive the other day and want to use it up. So I'm just going to put that. It's temporary, it's removable. Those of you that want to see, this is the Creative Memories. Theirs is they have a temporary one. And if you need a Creative Memory consultant, my friend Ray Clapper is an advisor for Creative Memories. She's out of Utah, but you could ship everywhere. Now we're going to glue this one down. Just like so. Okay, so we have those two pieces down. Bring our card back in. Now we're only going to put the glue here on this piece and this piece. Okay. Now you're going to line it up, this top of your cardstock. You're going to line it up with the top of your B&T paper. And you're going to put it to the edge, all the way to the edge of your cardstock there. So it's resting up against the wall of the folded piece. And you're going to do the same thing on this cardstock for your sentiment. I lined it up with the bottom of the designer series paper. It's all the way to the edge. And then stick your fingers on the inside and just kind of hold it. So then you have your pieces like that. It closes, and then just give it a good press. Like so. Okay. Now we're ready to work on the front of our card. I'm going to go ahead and this is our opening greeting. Okay, you're gonna glue that here. So as I was talking about the cardstock, they're basic white, Stampin' Up's basic white, and the white willow, and I think the French vanilla. They've already raised their prices on that paper. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and cut out our tools. Everyone has 3 tools. I try to give complete tools, I believe, on these in all of the kits. Mine is partially because I'm going to do kind of the same thing here that I did. I'm going to put my wrench underneath. So this card, I'm going to, the salesman that I work with, his birthday is next month, and he's like a handy around the house kind of guy. So I think one of these tool cards will be perfect for him. So one benefit with the YouTube Live versus Facebook Live is at least you'll be able to fast forward. The video once it's posted. This is definitely going to take me a little bit of getting used to being on YouTube until all of my ladies, I really resisted on doing my classes on YouTube only because I know not all of my ladies have YouTube. Well, they probably watch it, but not necessarily have an account. Okay. So we got our tools cut out. Now you're going to decide if you want it to open this way, where you're going to put your tools on your right or tools on the left. So I'm going to go ahead and keep mine on the left. So whichever side you're going to do, you're only going to put glue on a portion of the side that you're going to glue down. And it's going to go directly in the middle, and it spans across from the edge of the B&T to the edge of the B&T, or the designer series paper, sorry. I'll be right back. I'll let my dog out. It never fails. Every time I get on the video, she has to go potty. And I apologize. Okay. Now we're just going to go ahead and place our tools, right? So I'm going to go ahead place mine under. Actually, forgot I was going to do that, like so. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay the wrench across the bottom, or whatever this tool is called. And then glue down these pliers. I guess this is a wrench. I don't know what that is. Like so. Okay. And then we have our little elements again to glue down. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put one here. And kind of probably do the same thing as I did before. Like doing it in like a triangular shape. Like so. Alrighty. So this is our card. Now, if you don't have temporary, you can still sign it. It's not the end of the world if you don't. Because it will fold flat enough for you to sign your name and not be bumpy. Okay. So this is our card. Let's go ahead and glue the flap of create our envelope flap. down my glue a little bit with the edge of my paper so it doesn't squirt out the top. Line it up right under that score line of the envelope. Give it a good varnish. And then trim our edges. I'm sorry, I didn't show the back side of this paper, but it was also the designer series paper. You could use either side for your card envelope flat. I just kind of went with this side because it kind of matched a little better with the elements that we glued down as our embellishment. And then our cards. This goes with this one. This goes with this one. And then we have this one. There you have it. There's our cards. I hope you ladies enjoyed them. If you have any questions, please call me, text me, message me, leave a comment. And now that we're here on YouTube, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow. So you can, if you're a subscriber, click the notification button, which is the little bell. So whenever I go live, you'll get a notification whenever I post a new video or go live. Again, you do need to have a Google account to chat on YouTube. That's a YouTube thing, not a me thing. I only use the Google account for YouTube. I don't use it as my primary email, so I don't have to worry about all the spam or anything. So, but yeah, I hope this worked out well for everyone. And again, if you have questions, let me know. When this video posts, I will leave a link to it on my Facebook page. And this concludes March cards. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. Be blessed, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.